Alright, so we tried to make a video of quail yesterday. These are our new quail that we just got. And we found out the hard way that they are flyers. And so we put them in a box yesterday, just a regular old cardboard box that wasn't as tall as this bin. And I woke up this morning about 6 o'clock in the morning, came out to a surprise in the garage where they were all loose and I had to put them back in the box. Then I went out and fed the ducks and chickens with the garage door open and came back into the garage and 2 had flown out again. So I had to close the garage door down, and luckily they don't mind being picked up. You know, you don't have to chase them around or anything really. So yeah, now we have them in this bin and we put this baby gate on top just so they can't fly out anymore. But
anyway, that was our little drama this morning.
Yeah. So that's the end of me talking.
Alright, so the quail are great for eggs. They're very nutritious. We actually end up getting 2 males and 7 females because we're going to breed them. I'll show you the difference. So if you look at this one, you can see that it has spots on the front. Those are females. Okay. What the heck? And then there's a big one in here, I think. Alright, and so here's a male. You can see the males have like more no orange spotting.
Yeah, if you spread them.
It's more orange on the bottom. So he's our little fella. He's gonna help with the females make little more quail. So we're gonna breed these. We're gonna use them for eggs. We're gonna put them in a mobile attractor along with our meat birds. And what that does is we're starting a whole farm in the back with fresh vegetables. In the mobile tractor, you put them in and you move them every day. And their excrement helps to fertilize your soil ground. So they're going to have multiple purposes. So quail, you can eat them, you can use their eggs, and they're great if you have them in a mobile tractor to fertilize for your gardens and stuff. So these guys are going to be working hard. We ordered 15 meat birds that'll be here in the next week or so.
What type of meat birds?
They are something boilers.
Orange cross broilers.
Yes, orange cross broilers. So they'll be here. They'll be in a separate tractor. We're gonna kind of just move them and alternate them around.
What
the
type
yard.
of tractor are we building?
We are building like a TP mobile tractor. You'll see it. Dan's gonna be building it with me the next week
I'll
or so.
diagram it. I'll draw it out. And do a little video.
So I'm just waiting for his drawing so I can order the materials. But right now they're pretty happy. We had to put this on here because even though we put them in a bigger bin, they are flyers. They love to fly.
Yeah, one launched like 6 feet up in the air.
They're super beautiful. They don't actually mind to be handled as much as the
everything else runs away.
The ducks and the chickens. But they actually enjoy kind of being handled. They're really, really sweet. Now, these aren't going to get quite as big as our chickens. You can see them calling. They're really, really sweet birds. And like I said, they have multiple purposes. The quail eggs are very nutritious, actually. Oops, he wants to be put down. She wants to be put down. So we're going to be using that. And then we started a compost. So if you look in here, we have the hay. And when you start getting a urine smell, that's how you know that it's ready to switch out their bedding. We started out with pine shavings, but decided to switch to hay because the hay is going to be composting for our gardens again. We are trying to use as many natural fertilizers for our gardens, which I'm hoping that we have going in the next month or so we can kind of document how we're getting that done.
That was directed at me.
We are going to be growing all kinds of stuff, cucumbers and peppers and green onions. We also have ordered about 8 fruit trees. So we're gonna have figs and orange, and we're gonna have pineapple and mulberry trees, all kinds of stuff. So our goal is to be about 40% self-sufficient on our property. We're giving ourselves a year to get to that point. What does that mean? That means that we can get a good amount of our fresh vegetables and a good portion of our meat. We are trying right now to find 2 pigs and 2 goats, milk goats specifically, because we're going to be making our own butter, our own cheese, and we are going to convert over to goat's milk, which has a lot of great properties in it too for health. So we are kind of going back to old school. We are homesteading our property, which basically just means that we are turning our property into self-sufficient property to help offset our costs. And we're hoping to be rezoning agricultural, but we have a lot of work to do before we can do that. So that's it. That's our new addition this week is we have our quails. We're going to start off with 9 because we do plan to breed our own quail. So what does that mean? These aren't cheap birds, so they were about $9 a piece. So if we can incubate and breed our own quail, then we'll have a steady, fluctuation of birds, so we're not having to buy them. So that's going to be a separate video, obviously, on when we start. These little guys will actually start laying eggs in 6 weeks, which is absolutely amazing to me that they can go from babies to egg laying in 6 weeks. But we're really, really excited because we still haven't gotten any eggs from our chickens. We are patiently waiting. Chickens take a lot longer to mature to get to the point where they can lay eggs. So these guys will probably be laying eggs before our chickens. So
and probably be meat birds too.
yeah. So we're pretty excited. I know that sounds gruesome, but if you buy chicken or quail at the grocery store, we're not really doing anything outside of what you're doing. We're just doing all the back end stuff that you guys don't see or hear about. So that's it. So you'll see, I'm really excited about starting to breed them. So once we get into that breeding portion, we'll document that so you guys can see. I don't want this video to be too long because then it's hard to upload.
Right.
So thanks everybody. Spencer Family Farm.
See you next time.